Good morning. Let's start the session. Well done for being there. Thank you for being there. Let's start as always with that comfortable position, or trying to make it even more comfortable by wiggling around and just moving and finding what is it that we can do, what the stretch is. And we probably won't know until we try. So just arching, rounding, twisting, and always what we do, one stretch that we do on one area of the body, then we do on the opposite, or if we open the chest, then we round it as a counter pose, always trying to bring that balance. Okay. So, and we keep reminding ourselves into that, being gentle with with ourselves, especially when we want to stretch the body. If there's any part of the body, remember always to take in consideration what part of the body is next to it in both sides. If there is, for example, the neck, then always the face, for example, is going to be relaxed, but then everything else. If we're sitting, then the upper body needs to be engaged in some way. If we are standing, then also the legs, the glutes, and the core come into the picture. But we'll practice now. So bring the hands on the knees, relax the shoulders, align the neck, the spine, close your eyes. Breathe in deeply. And start going inwards, settling in. Perhaps already the gaze is up. If not, then now is the time to bring that awareness to yourself. To disconnect from everything else apart from you. Awakening our intuition, that inner voice, which is wise, and which is always there for us if we can listen. And then we bring the attention to the breathing. So the mind is also engaged with one action. We can keep in that relaxed state. And at the same time, getting the benefits of slow breathing. Starting with that abdominal breathing. Feeling the expansion as we inhale. And gently contract as we exhale. And every now and then just check if the spine is still straight, or if we have relaxed a bit too much and then there's a little bit of a curve. Relaxing is good, but try to keep it straight. Make sure there's no tension on the face muscles. The forehead relaxed. And with the next inhalation, bring the palms together at the level of the heart, pressing gently. And starting with our gratitude practice, there's always two new things that we can choose, two different things. They don't need to be new, just different from yesterday, different from tomorrow. Being grateful creates a positive energy, moving towards our dreams, what we desire. And then we set our intentions for this practice and for your day if you wish. And inhaling, raise the palms up, chin up. Exhaling, lowering all the way down slowly. Rest the arms on your lap when they're all the way down. Relax the shoulders. Deep breath in and out. And with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. So we're going to cross the legs on the other way. Good, and bringing the hands on the knees. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate, bringing the hips and the shoulders towards the right, and then arching the spine. Be very gentle with the neck because we're just warming up. So if gently wants to, as we're going forward, lift the chin up, that's absolutely fine. And as we going left and back, you can look down, but without forcing, just very gently. Inhale, exhale. And in the same that we do with the sitting cat-cow, as we exhale, we extend the arms to lean back a little bit more. As we inhale, we bring the elbows closer to the sides. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And last one in this direction. Exhale and keep exhaling fully. And when you need to inhale, then do and move towards the left and forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In, out, and last one. And out. Good, and then inhale, bring the shoulders back, arch the spine, looking slightly higher, but keeping the chin up, the shoulders back, the upper body very active. The tailbone towards the back. Breathing slowly. Opening the heart center. Perhaps feeling your heartbeat. And with the next exhalation, round the spine. And relax the shoulders this time. And allowing the chin to come to the chest as much as you can in a gentle way, just allowing that weight of the head to stretch from the neck to the upper back. And inhaling, coming back to center. Good. So we're going to stretch the legs. Bounce and shake and move your toes. Good, and then from there, we're going to bring the feet touching together, sole of the feet touching together in that Baddha Konasana. We try to bring the knees to the sides a little bit more, and the hands, we're going to bring the fingertips away from us and arms a little bit closer. And about 1 hand distant apart from the hips, more or less. Bring the shoulders back and down, arch the spine, and try to, as we bring the chest forward and bring the tailbone back, perhaps the pelvis is coming forward and we feel that the knees come a little bit more towards the mat, a little bit closer, deepening into that hip opening. And then exhaling, softening the elbows and bringing the knees together. Good, and remember what we did about the transferring the weight. So what we're gonna do is from here, then we're gonna bring the legs up and then down, and then bringing the knees to the sides, and then the weight forward. So in this sequence, the understanding that I would like you to share is like when we're doing a hip opening, which is deep, and we're trying to stretch in a soft way, what we're doing is we're taking away some of the weight by coming up really high, allowing the hips to go towards the back. So it's the hips, the lower back are free of weight almost. And then as we exhale, then we bring the knees together, the core is engaged, and then we can lift the legs up. And we don't need to feel much weight on the hands because the upper back is active, the core is active, and then we've got the enough control to straighten the legs. It might be that you can stretch the legs just a little bit less, but that's absolutely fine. The thing is, like, we don't feel that we have too much weight on the legs, neither on the arms. It's all balancing now on the middle, on the hips. And then we take that weight to do the hip opening. Bring the shoulders back, arching up, relaxing the neck. Good, and then bring the chin to the chest. And then again, knees together, soften the elbows so the upper back is active, but the hands hardly have any weight. Feet off the floor. And next inhalation, lifting up. Good. And then exhaling last time. Bringing the knees to the sides, inhaling, reaching up. And then exhaling, chin to chest, round. Bring the knees to the chest, and then bring the hands to the sides. See if you can move the hands to the sides. And can you bring the arms up? Very good. Very good. And then from there, can you bring the feet a little bit higher and the knees to the sides? The core is active. The closer the arms come, the stronger the core. Good, and then can we hold the big toes or the ankles or the shins, whatever it is. So the idea is that when we bring the arms up, we balance in on the hips and we hold wherever we reach without bringing stress on the neck, on the hips, and keeping that hold wherever it is and trying to straighten in the legs. So if we are struggling to hold on the big toes, even though we can there, then perhaps the stretching is a little bit more challenging and perhaps we rather hold there. Doesn't really matter where you hold it. More about keeping that balance, keeping the engagement of the core. Very good. One more, inhaling, lifting up, relax the shoulders. Good. And then coming forward now. So with the feet together in that Baddha Konasana, then we just allow ourselves to surrender forward. No matter how much we're bending, we just relax there. Breathe slowly. Close your eyes. Bring the gaze up. And allow the neck to hang freely. One more round of breath. And when you've done your round of breath, open the eyes gently, coming up to sitting. Bring the knees together and we come on the side for that tabletop. Good. So hands under the shoulders, knees and hips aligned, stomach in, softening the elbows. Good. And then from here, what we're going to do is we bring the hips to one side in that same alignment. So without moving the alignment of the shoulders and the arms, just leaning towards one side. And what we're looking for is the stretch of that muscle. So if we lean towards this side, then we feel the stretch on the side of the glute, side of the hip. Inhaling, coming back to center, and exhaling the other way. Good. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhaling back to center, exhaling. So most of the weight should be on the hands. Inhale, And exhale, especially on this side that we are twisting to. Good, and then we bring the hips to the back and we stretch the arms. And then forehead down, rest the arms on the mat, elbows touching, fingers relaxed. Soften the spine, relax the jaw. And in this position, if it feels better for you to have the arms crossed and rest the forehead to bring it slightly higher, or to have a cushion or a block, that's absolutely fine. It's more important that the head is resting no matter where, so we can completely relax and there's no tension on the neck at all. And then with the next inhalation, we're going to start coming up, looking down so we don't feel dizzy. Shoulders back and down, and then tuck the toes under and coming up into that downward facing dog. Soften the shoulders, the elbows, and bend the knees one at a time. Always notice how is it feeling with that space that you have between hands and feet. And see if by bringing that small step forward with both feet, if that would make it a little bit easier. And then relax into the position. See if you can notice some weight between hands and feet. If you feel more on the hands, try to bring the chest towards the thighs, the hips a little bit higher, stomach in. If you're feeling more on the feet, then just try to soften the knees. Sorry. Good, and then from there we come on the tiptoes. And when we come on the tiptoes, then we're transferring some of the weight towards the arms. And then when we come a little bit flatter, then again, we bring the weight to the center. Good, and then again, inhaling, coming up on tiptoes. And then exhaling back. Good, and then we bring the knees down, stretch the toes, and Sashankasana. This time, rest the arms next to the body, forehead down. Relax the shoulders and the spine, as we did before, but even more as the arms are to the back. We can completely surrender, knowing that it also has so many other health benefits. With the next inhalation, tighten the abdomen, start coming up slowly, and shoulders back and down. Again, after a forward fold, always keep looking down, at least for 1 or 2 breaths. And then I'm going to just show you what we're going to do. So as a way of building strength and combining that body transferring the weight, what we're going to do is something similar to what we did to start with. We tuck the toes under and come up into the downward facing dog. Soften the knees and feel the balance. And then we come up high. And then we round the spine and we come forward. And then we come back. And then we stretch the arms and forehead down. And then again, inhaling, coming into the downward facing dog. Okay, we do it. So when we are down and stretching, we're going to do 2 breaths. But apart from that one, just 1 breath on each one. So coming first on the tabletop with the toes tucked under, soften the elbows. And then inhaling, coming into the downward facing dog. Good. Exhaling and come higher and forward. Good. And then inhaling, knees down. Hips to the back, stretch the arms. Inhale and exhale. And the next inhalation, bring the hands just a little bit closer to you so they align with the shoulders. Inhaling, downward facing dog, soften the knees to balance the weight. Good, and then exhaling, tiptoes, rounding the spine and coming forward. Shoulders over the wrists, just slightly to feel that weight. Hips back, stretch the arms. And another round of breath here. And last one, inhaling, hands slightly back. Make sure that it's good aligned. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, tiptoes round the spine and come as forward as you can. Knees down. Exhaling back. And this time, again, stretch the toes and another Shavasana. Breathe slowly. Relax the lower back, middle back, upper back and shoulders, the arms. And if you feel too much pressure on the head, remember to use some support where to rest the forehead so you can feel very comfortable. But as the head is lower than the heart, it's very good for renewing cells, to bring some focus, to sharpen the brain. Good for the skin, for the hair. Good, and then inhaling. Tighten the knees together, slightly engage the core to come up to sit on your heels and shoulders back and down. Good. And then from there, bring the hands in front of you, tuck the toes under, coming again onto the downward facing dog. And now bend the knees, bring the weight to the back as much as you can. So the chest is closer to the thighs as possible, bending the knees. The more we bend the knees, the lower we can get, but also the more we can bring the hips to the back. And then we start walking with the hands to that forward fold. But then interlacing the fingers behind the back, stretching there. Try to straighten the legs a little bit more, always keeping them soft though, so we protect the joints. Shoulders back, neck relaxed. Try to straighten the arms, locking the elbows and pulling up a little bit more. And then from there, bend the knees. Inhaling, coming up to standing. And then exhaling, relax the arms and then shake side to side. Good, and then stop that movement. And when you're ready, grab your blanket to get ready for Savasana. I'll stay with you in the Savasana. Let's make it comfortable. Remember using a cushion under the hips or under the knees is absolutely fine if it makes you more comfortable. Try to have your head and neck free. Straighten the arms, feeling comfortable. Feet drop into the sides. Feeling the hips relaxed. If you feel your heartbeat nice and strong, then stay with that and keep the gaze up. If not, just bring the awareness towards the breathing. Allow the breathing to soften. Allow yourself to have no control, just presence and trust and love. So we can completely rest and enjoy. We stay here for another 2 to 3 minutes. And slowly start wiggling your toes and your fingers. Breathing more deeply. And with the next inhalation, bring the feet together. Bending the knees one at a time. Lengthen the spine. Raise the right arm and then roll onto that right side. When you're ready, use your arms to bring you up to the sitting position. Spine uplifted, shoulders relaxed. Inhale and bring the palms to the heart center. And I invite you to sing this Om together so you can feel your own vibrations. It's a way of union. When you're ready, inhale deeply. Inhale and exhale. And keeping the palms together. So we inhale, we bring them to the thumbs to the third eye for the right thoughts. And exhale. Inhaling, bring them closer to the mouth for the right word, right say, and exhale. And inhaling, bring them closer to the heart center for the right feelings and compassion, and exhale. And with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it, and if there's any questions, please let me know.